as He's a Zeb goes in. The starter immediately released the field and let them go. Divine Mercy off the inside, the first to bounce away, but Kerman Rock and also He's a Zeb both up looking for the lead, with Fella from Down Under pushing through, come a little bit closer, the deepest of that group. In behind them, Secret Attraction, who parked a length in front of Manavendra. The stablemate Play with Desire, My Fair Valentine, Galarian last of all. Over at Beckett's Gate, 1800 to go. The grey He's a Zeb held the front from Kerman Rock. Divine Mercy wanting to get up onto the bridle and charge a little here for Turner. Come a little bit closer, and the Orange Silks now progressing around those. Followed by Fella from Down Under. A bit more than a length to the favourite, Secret Attraction. Back over on the outside of Play with Desire. Then Manavendra with just the two behind it. Turning over into the back, My Fair Valentine and Galarian. And so with 1300 left to go, He's a Zeb makes play in front of half a length. Running second, Kerman Rock. The pace goes on now as they head out to the riverside. 2.5 lengths to come a little bit closer. Kerman Rock now looking for the front here, Watson. She wants the lead. Kerman Rock goes up, tests He's a Zeb. About to ease now, and Kerman Rock's going to work its way to the front. Back on the inside, Divine Mercy's travelling fourth, being closely followed by Fella from Down Under. 2 lengths away behind those next of all is Secret Attraction, being followed on the rails next by Play with Desire, Manavendra, My Fair Valentine, Galarian, and there's been good pressure mid-race. Kerman Rock the leader at the 700 mark, a length and a half. On He's a Zeb, the same margin, come a little bit closer. Then Divine Mercy down on the inside, being heeled up. The same can be said for Fella from Down Under. Making its move, Secret Attraction around the outside onto its back. Manavendra, Play with Desire, Galarian. My Fair Valentine drops out. Kerman Rock heads for home at the 350. Kerman Rock by 2. He's a Zeb come a little bit closer. Closing down the margin further back, Secret Attraction. And then came Manavendra running on. Kerman Rock joined and headed by come a little bit closer. The dangers, Manavendra come a little bit closer down to the 100. Manavendra getting on equal terms. Manavendra reaches the lead and comes away for Johnston Porter. A double for the hyphenator. Manavendra beat come a little bit closer. 4 lengths, Kerman Rock, followed then by Play with Desire. He's a Zeb, Secret Attraction. Awfully disappointing. Didn't really do much at all in the run to the line with My Fair Valentine, Galarian. Then Divine Mercy, and Fella from Down Under has finished back there, stone motherless. Stand by for the numbers. Number 2 is the winner, Manavendra. Clint Johnston Porter charging over the top of come a little bit closer, Jason Whiting. And third 8, Kerman Rock in front of 3, Play with Desire. The interims are 2, 7, 8 and 3. 2, 7, 8 and 3 interim numbers there. Race 4, but Manavendra back in the field there, rounding up, come a little bit closer, hit the front. Grabbing Kerman Rock soon after straightening, but Manavendra right over the top. Time 2:17.46, but a sectional of 37.46, 37.46. Back to back after the Albany victory for the deep field 4-year-old Manavendra from Dan and Ben Pearce's yard. A winning double today for Clint Johnston Porter. Continues his fabulous form out of Shintamani. So certainly bred to get ground, this fellow. And a race by Pierce Racing, Madams Allison and Duffy, Viney, Peterson, Bay, Greaves, McGee, Ride, Riseborough, Riddle, Landwehr, Freighter, Bogey and Power. And the hyphenator getting it home with a timely finishing run. A length by 4 3/4, the margins. A length by 4 3/4. They did come home at long gaps. Come a little bit closer second by Red Hot Choice from Come Sit Beside Me for Trish Roberts, M&P Lucy, trained by Lulu Ciani, and ridden by Jason Whiting and Kerman Rock by Snippet Sun from Bramasco for Chris Willis and Prue George, trained by Chris and ridden by Holly Watson. So to race 5. Next, the Lindley Valley Pork Handicap over 1800 at 3:40. Brad Parnham to ride 4. Loose box. Jason Whiting onto 7 in Thorogood. No scratchings in the 5th event of the day as Lockie joins us. And Manavendra out of a former good race mare too in Shintamani.
Thanks, Darren. Certainly is. Darren was just referring to the fact that this horse is out of a former Kalgoorlie Cup winner in Shintamani. Dan, have you always thought that this boy would get out in time? He's obviously just needed a little bit of time to mature before you got him out to this type of trip.
Yeah, we played around with it as a 3-year-old, and he won over 1900 last start. And Pikey gave me a bit of confidence. We had a good chat after the race, and he gave me a bit of confidence to step him out and trip. And yeah, certainly running that trip now will open up doors for him.
He drew a wide alley and was ridden conservatively from that gate. Was that always the plan, given the fact that he was stepping up in trip for almost the first time in his career?
Yeah, we were pretty keen to just give him a conservative run and see him running through the line. Clint's riding super at the minute, so I left that to him to sort out.
Once he had the back of the favourite coming into the home turn, it always looked like Clint was going better than the favourite. At what stage were you really confident in the run that he had the race shot to bits?
Oh, they rolled along and he gave him a big head start, so I so it sort of was a little bit nervous at the top of the straight, but he tracked up into it well.
Starring Knight, he's been up in work for a while now, but continues to knock on the door. Is today his day in race number 6?
Possibly. I mean, he's had no luck his last 2 and jumped from wide gates, and I don't think he's going as bad as it might read on paper. Chris back on, he knows the horse well, and he'll jump from a good gate today, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him return to form.
How's your brother enjoying New Zealand?
Yeah, he's going good. He's at the races today, so yeah, you never know. He might go and look at a horse soon.
Does he need a reminder that he's there for a work trip and not to socialise?
Oh, well, he found a few nice ones last year, so we'll see how he goes.
We'll let him be. Well done here.
Cheers.
There's Dan Pearce after the win of MANAVENDRA, and here is a very hot man in the saddle, and that's CJP catching up with Michael.
100%. He's only been back a week. He's ridden a handful of winners already, Clint. Talk us through the run in transit there. It looked to be going pretty steady early, and this horse looked to be getting a little bit keen, but then the speed really got ramped up.
Yeah, look, early stages he was over racing a little bit. I was happy where I was following the favourite, and it was just, I was waiting for him to quicken up at some point, hoping that it would come sooner than later, and it sort of chimed in at the right time. I was thinking about getting going, and then they quickened up, so it was perfect. I got to stay where I was.
He chimed in pretty quickly as well. There ended up being quite a big margin spread, so it ended up being quite a convincing victory. Yeah,
look, at the point of the corner, I just thought, if I go too early here, not knowing that he can get that trip, that was all in the back of my head, just saying not go too early, and I thought I timed it pretty well.
Well done on the win. Double now. Still a couple of top rides to come as well. Good luck for the rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you.
There's Clint Johnson-Porter combining with the Pearce brothers and MANAVENDRA to take out the Amelia Park Handicap.